Kaicon is a mess. If you don't know, Kaicon, short for Kaiga Convention, is an Australian artist alley that began in Western Australia in 2021 and has since spread across the country. And recently they messed up. Not an oops, my bad kind of mistake, but a we owe people a lot of money and have lost the faith of the community kind of mistake. Before I get into that, you need to know that Kaicon has a history of doing this sort of thing. After their last event in March, someone posted a very comprehensive document about previous issues with Kaicon, dating all the way back to when they first started. There's too much in that document to summarize it, which by itself should tell you something. And also the original poster doesn't want any summaries, because they believe it could lead to misunderstandings without having the full context. For that reason, I'm not going to go over the document, but there's a link in the description, and maybe up here if I can work out cards. I definitely recommend reading it to get context for their most recent issue, but at the very least, I'll just say that while I'm upset by what they did, I'm not surprised by it. Now, let me tell you what actually happened. Kaicon was meant to have an artist alley in Brisbane on the 20th and 21st of June. The first sign that something was wrong was on the 11th and 12th of June when Kaicon was removed from the convention centre's event page. Someone reached out to the convention centre on the 12th to ask about this, and found out that Kaicon had emailed the previous day, the 11th, to cancel the event. This person then publicly gave notice that Kaicon was cancelled. That's how I found out, and as far as I'm aware, it was the first public communication about the cancellation, which is already a problem by itself. The convention was cancelled and Kaicon hadn't communicated anything about it yet. The information started spreading from there, and people were understandably upset and began to criticise Kaicon. The artists had already paid for their tables, attendees had already paid for tickets, interstate and overseas artists had their accommodation and travel costs, so a lot of people were out a lot of money. That same day, also on the 12th, Kaicon responded by posting an Instagram story. Hey everyone, we understand there may be some confusion circulating regarding our upcoming event, but we haven't had a chance to make any official statements before it became public. Please do not be abusive towards our team, as we are processing changes to the event and updating everyone. This was not supposed to happen in this order, and frankly we are shocked to see everyone jumping down on us without a second thought or benefit of the doubt. It is this continued negative action and assumptions about Kaicon that has led us down to these decisions. We understand the worry you all have. We are human, and a small team behind the scenes, and trying to pick up the pieces and make the event better. We are doing the best we can under difficult circumstances. Sincerely, Kaicon team and social media volunteer who logged into all of this. A few hours after posting that, they sent out an email to all the artists. I won't go through the whole thing, but here are the screenshots if you want to read it yourself. The key points here are, yes, the event is cancelled, due to ticket sales not picking up, record low vendors, and cancellations. Kaicon's priority is refunds, and they'll send a follow-up email about that. Their Sydney event later this year is being downsized, and if not enough tickets are sold, it will be Kaicon's last event entirely. They also plan to post an official statement the next day, on June 13th. The next time, and last time, as of the 26th of June, that Kaicon communicates anything is by editing the captions of their latest Instagram posts to confirm the cancellation, an action which gives no notifications and can only be seen if you go out of your way to read it. I only saw them on the 21st, but apparently they were changed on the 18th, only 2 days before the event. They never made a separate public announcement about it, and there has been no follow-up about the refunds, despite that apparently being their priority. So yeah, that's what Kaicon did. I don't know what happened on their end of all of this, but they still have a responsibility to those negatively affected by their actions. And they greatly mishandled the situation, particularly the lack of communication. They already lost my trust and support after the Cases of Interest document, but now they've failed the community at large. And unless they properly address the situation and fix whatever caused all of these issues in the first place, I'm not sure if they can come back from this. Though I think we'll be fine if we lose Kaicon. The one good thing to come from this situation is we got to see other events step up to fill the gap Kaicon left. In particular, the cosplay market partnered with Black Hole Cosplay Events to run CrunchCon, a last-minute artist alley meant to replace Kaicon and support the artists who had been affected. It was held on the 21st, and while it couldn't accept as many artists, the general consensus seems to be it was a great event, and they planned it with very little time. They also put together a document of all the artists that were meant to table at Kaicon, and I'll put a link in the description and maybe up here so you can check them out and support them. This whole situation also saw the creation of an entirely new Brisbane artist alley, the Fua Fua Art Market. They're focusing on affordable prices and allowing artists of any skill level, because it can be pretty hard for a beginner artist to start selling. They'll have their first event on the 23rd of August, and it looks like it'll be pretty good. Check out their Instagram for more details. And that's basically everything so far. I'll make another video if there's any updates, but for now I want to give a huge shout out to Aquinox, without whom there would be no video, because they helped me work out the timeline and gave me a bunch of the screenshots. Thank you. Also, shout out to everyone else who appears in this video, except Kaicon. And if anyone from Kaicon is watching, please address the situation and do better. For everyone else, don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a good day. You deserve it.